and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Hen and this is Crafting from the Broom Closet, and today I'm going to show you how to make these button Christmas trees. It's not my idea. I did steal it from someone else, like all of us crafters do, and I saw this on a channel called Crafty Hope, and it's from a video they made 5 years ago. Mine had changed up a little bit, and the fact that she put stars on the top. I haven't put stars on these ones. I've done little ribbon bows, as you can see. That one still needs a ribbon bow, and I'll show you how to do that. I've also made some little ones here that I'm going to turn into earrings. I need to get the hoop things for the earrings, and that's why I've not completed these yet. I had to find matching buttons for that one in order for them to match. So I'm not going to be able to do as many of them as I hoped for, because I've got so many tiny buttons yet left, but not so many matching buttons, annoyingly. So I bought a big bag from the range of buttons, and as you can see, I've got quite a few left. They were in orange, reds and greens, and I think they were about £4, £3.99, something like that. I can't remember now. But yeah, so I bought them. The ribbon I've had for a while. It's my local market store does ribbon where you buy a bundle for, like, I think it's 3 for £1 or something like that. I can't remember now. So it's just some dark red ribbon. It's just what I had that was thin enough. I'm using this wire. I don't know if you can see it. It's just thin crafting wire that I bought a long time ago, again from the range. I don't know if they still do it. So it comes in about a 30 centimetre, 1 foot length. I haven't measured it, but it's just thin wire. This is in red. They did it in other colours. I got some blue. I had some green, but I can't find that. So I went for the red because it's a Christmassy colour. The only other tool that you're going to need is some wire cutters, stroke pliers. You do need the cutting part. I would usually use smaller ones than these, but this is what I had to hand. My little ones are somewhere at the bottom of my understairs cupboard, and I can't be bothered to root them out. But I've done all these just with this one, and it's worked fine. If you have jewellery pliers, use them, because it'll make your job a lot easier. If you don't, you don't. So as you can see, I've done like little either plant pots or trunks at the bottom of most of the trees. Apart from this orange one, there's no trunk at the bottom of that, but it still looks quite cute without it. I just think the trunk just finishes it off quite nicely. So there you go. So let's put them aside and let's show you how I did it. Oh, for these ones though that I'm doing, I am going to be putting beads at the top. So we've got a few to choose from. I've got a star there. The only star in the bag of like 100 hearts. That's a broken heart by the looks of it, so I won't be using that one. Is it broken? Or was it just... I think there's a bit missing from it. Oh no, it was just the angle I was looking at it. So I've got some hearts there. And I found a little silver bead there, so I could use that. That's from a belt that was beaded that I took apart, which I think, I know I showed in one of my very earliest videos. So I don't know what I'm going to use out of them yet. I'm just going to put them aside as well. This is really simple. You just need lots of buttons of various sizes and some wire, basically. So I'm going to fold the wire in half, roughly. Try and get it in half exactly. It makes so much feeding through so much easier. But if you can't, you just have to manipulate the feeding through. So just fold it in half and try and match the tops up if you can. So there we go. It doesn't have to be fully folded in half because you want to have a little bit at the bottom for where you're putting the beads through. Buttons through. I keep saying beads. So as you see, I've got buttons. Most of them are 4 holes, but occasionally there'll be one that's, this is where I can't find, 2 holes. With a 2-hole one, it's so easy. You just go through the 2 holes. If you're using a 4-hole one, you want to go through the diagonals. So diagonally opposite each other, not side by side. Okay, that makes sense. So through here and here, not here and here. There and there, not there and there. Otherwise you'll have a lopsided tree. Okay, so let's start. I've got one huge green button there. So that's going to be the base of this one. Then we're going to go up the tree, but decrease in size. So that could be my next one. I don't know if I've got anything bigger than that. That's slightly bigger, is it? Yes, slightly bigger. Then we go for that one. And each time you go up, you're decreasing the size. I'm doing this one green, red, green, red, green, red. Because why not? So I can get that one next. As you see, it's getting slightly smaller each time I go up. These are slightly down buttons, so I might end up having to do 2 poles because they won't balance on top of each other. I could then go that one next. Put a bit of brightness in there. And then that one. And I just keep going up until I have got to a point where my smallest bead is my smallest button is as smallest as I can find. Next, that one next, go dark again. I'm not sure about that lime green in there now. Might swap that one out. Because the rest of them are quite dark, so I think I need to keep with the dark. So I'll pop that one in there instead. I need to carry on going smaller. What have I got? I've got that one. Yep, that's smaller. And then we need a green one. What have I got? This is probably one of the hardest parts, is choosing your buttons. So they're all quite bright in there. You've got that one. Is that smaller? That is smaller. Just slightly smaller. Is it? No, it's not. It's not at all, is it? No. I have got this one, but I think that's going too small. I do know I've got this lovely dame one for the top, look. So I need something that'll work with that. Might have to be one of these brighter ones. Like that one there. And then the dome on top. So that will work. That could be being slightly bigger. Let's see if I've got one slightly bigger than that in these tiny buttons. Is that bigger or smaller? That's smaller. Now that one's better. A bit brighter than I would have liked. But you know what? It's the top of the tree, it's fine. And actually the edge of it isn't that bright. So that will be that tree. And this one's going to be quite a tall tree, as you can see. And now I need to make the trunk. So, Because this is a very wide bottom, I can choose quite a big button for the trunk at the bottom. A decent sized button. And I think I'm going to go with oranges. So I'm going to do a couple that are of a similar size at the top. Like so. I think they're actually matching buttons, them two. Amazingly, they are. And then I want to decrease in size. To give it a tapered look. So that one there, and I might put a third one on, slightly smaller again. And then that will become the pot of the tree, like so. So what we do is we start with trunk, the pot, obviously. Now I think all of these are 2 holes. Yep, they're all 2 holes, so that makes my life easier. So we feed these through, like so. One post through there, and 1 post through there. And you push it all the way down to the bottom. It looks like it's crossing over, it's not. Push it all the way down to the bottom. And this is where you need to pull it tight. So that we've got that as tight as that can go on that wire. And then we'll feed the next one. So from here we're doing small to big on the trunk. And then feed that through, like so. Oh, she says, feed it through. There we go. And push it all the way down. And do the same on these 2. Feed them through. Push them all the way down to the bottom. And then feed these 2 through. Oh. And push it all the way down to the bottom. Now, am I happy with that as the bottom? Oh, I think I need to turn that one up the other way, because if you see the way they slide, it's rocking. So I'm going to swap that over and turn it up the other way, because I had dome on top of dome there, I think. Or maybe I didn't. I think it's just because that is a domed one. Maybe I'll swap that out for one that isn't domed. So this one isn't domed. And just takes out that rocking effect. Helps it fit together better. See, that's a bit better fit. And I can still use this one that's domed, because it doesn't matter when it goes from here to the tree. There you go. So then 4 are done. Do I want another one? Because that's very wide. I might go for a slightly wider one at the top. Let's see what I've got. I could go for this dark one. Yeah, let's go for the dark one at the top. See, this one where it's 4 holes, I'm going diagonal. So one in there and 1 in on the diagonal. So you can see on the diagonal. See? There we go. And I think that's a better size pot for this tree. So now, we've stacked them all up like that. That's fine. I'm going to unstack them, because now I need to build them up. Just make sure they are in the right order. Oh. So if I have it all laid out in the right order, it makes my life a little bit easier. So then it will go that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. So I'll start with the biggest one. This really is simple. And it looks quite effective. So I have a craft fair coming up at the beginning of December. So my videos are going to be, or my crafting, not necessarily my videos, because I'm not doing that many videos, but my crafting is going to be mainly aimed at preparing for that craft fair. So there you go. See, I'm going to put this one so the indent is on top of that dome. And it'll help balance things out a bit better, like so, she says, or maybe not. Oh, okay, I was missing one. I was thinking, why are they the same size? I may have messed up a little bit here, because that red one looks the same size as that green one coming up next. So maybe need to change things out. But let's have a look what it looks like. See, they look very similar in size, but if you look, there is a slight difference. I'm actually going to turn that, see, I'm going to turn that dome one upside down, because that will fit into this cup better. So you just play about with it until it works right for you. See, there you go. See, that fits there better, which means this is a flat surface, so these will sit on top better than that. And because I've not twisted it all up together, I can see how it's fitting. There you go, that's better. And just keep feeding them on. I said, if you're doing 4 holes, you need to do on the diagonal. That's not the button for there. But are they the same size? They are. So I'm going to swap that one out for this one, because I think that's a better fit. Yeah, it's brighter, but it will work. And just, there you go, that's better. Once you get the flow of it, it goes really easily. Oh, don't drop the button. There we go. So again, we've now got the dome issue going on there, so I'm going to swap that one around and put it up the other way, because it will hopefully sit better. I don't need anywhere near as long as this length that I put. I could have shortened it down by quite a bit actually, but it's easy enough to cut off at the end. Oh, don't want to go inside. There we go. Diagonal. On the diagonal, please. Thank you. This is quite a cute domed button. Don't know where. It's the only domed button in here. Or fully domed button. But I thought it would make a nice little top to this tree. If you hear funny noises in the background, it's because I got my son's bunnies staying with me at the moment. They are going home soon. He's buying them a new hutch though before they go home, because the one he's got at home is just a little bit too small for them now. So there you go. So that is the tree done. And to finish it off, all we're doing is twisting like this. Twisting it as tight as you can. Like so. I'm holding the wire and twisting the tree. And then you can start twisting the wire once you got to a certain point. But honestly, holding the wire and twisting the tree does the job. And I don't need to go too far because all I need to be able to do is make a loop. And I think maybe a little bit more for this one. And if you had jewellery pliers now, the rounded pliers, it will give you a perfect loop. But you can manipulate with your hands to make a loop with your fingers. Does it have to be a perfect circle? No, it doesn't. And then you would twist it off like that. But before that, I am going to use one of these beads here to top it. And I think I'm going to use the star. So this, well, there we go. So there's the hole there for the star. Oh, she says, I see the hole. There we go. And then you'd feed it through like that. Actually, I need to do it. I think I need to do it the other way up. Yeah. So with this star, there's a hole in the indent and then the hole in the point. And I pull it through the hole in the point to start with if I want it in the indent. So the point is at the top, like so. Because I've now put that star on, I do need to extend this a little bit more. So back to twisting. Like so. I haven't done a bead on top that before, but I do want to see if I can get this to go back through the bead and then twist at the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. Because where I've twisted it, it's now become different lengths. I'm just going to chop off that so I'm not trying to feed two different lengths back through the bead. And she says, oh, why are you not cutting? It's probably because I'm trying to go through two pieces at the same time. These are perfectly good cutters. They're just showing me up now. There we go. So I cut them roughly the same length, and it should hopefully help me put the bead back through. But what I'm going to do is do a little twist there, like so, to give my loop. Hopefully this will work. I can put the wire back through. If I can't, I can't. But let's see if I can. Ooh. No, I'm not going to be able to. And the reason I'm not going to be able to is because I'm not going to have the be able to manipulate it at the bottom to come out the other end. So that's fine. We'll just, oh, twist it the wrong way. We'll just twist this loop here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. These are homemade. Like so. And then I can cut this off here and then finish it off. So I'm going to cut that quite short there. Like so. And then we're going to carry on twisting it around. And I'm just using my fingers here. If you have some long nose pliers, it may help you to get a better finish. Luckily I've got a little bit of a nail, and I can catch it with that. And then obviously these are cutters, they shouldn't really be using them for this job, but it works. I'm just crushing that down to try and get rid of any sharp points. Now I can still see the sharp points. It's not cooperating today, is it? It's going to prove me wrong. So yeah. While I'm trying to get this to work, here's a little video of the rabbits that are making all the noise in the background. So these two are the reason you will hear weird noises in the background of my videos for a little while. They are my son's pet rabbits that are vacationing, as Americans say, with me at the moment. They're visiting Grandma. He's having some work done on the house. So yeah, these are my little babies, my little girls. And they can get quite boisterous and very vocal. At the moment they're feeding. I don't know why they're fighting over the green stuff. I put green in one bowl and nuggets in the other. But yeah, they have a cage in the corner of the living room. And I've given them a little playpen area outside the cage, made out of an airer for drying your clothes that's broken, so I put it on its side. But that's their home for a couple of weeks. They've been here just over a week so far, and I think they're going to be here for another week and a bit. But yeah, they are very mischievous and very sweet, quite vocal, quite obnoxious, but very adorable at the same time. There you go, I did get it to work. Is it perfect? No, it's not. But look, there you go, little star on the top. That's quite cute. The star will swivel. In fact, it will all swivel. Oh, it's quite tight actually. It's just the star that's loose. And then all I need to do is add a ribbon to the top of that for hanging purposes. It's more than enough there. In fact, can I cut that in half? Or half of that work? Yep. I'm going to cut that in half. Forgot my scissors. Forgot that part. I need scissors to cut the ribbon. Oops, wobbly camera, sorry. So just cut a pair of scissors, there you go. And then we're going to make a loop like this. We'll feed that through. And then put that through there. Like so. And then that can be used to tie it on to whatever you want to tie it onto. Right, let's just put a little knot in the top of this one. Like so. There you go. Pull it tight. There you go. There's a completed Christmas tree. Isn't that cute? I'm going to do one more. Now I'm running out of huge buttons. I've got these ones here are probably the biggest ones I've got now. So this one is obviously going to be smaller than these ones. Because I think... Oh, it's about the same size as that one, just not as chunky. So there we go. So let's start with... I think we're going to start with this one because I think that is actually the widest. Just slightly wider than them ones. Oh, did I do the chunky one? Let's go with the chunky one. So we go with that one. And this is where I've run out of big green ones, I think. I'm going to have to go that one. So this one, like I said, might be quite a bit smaller because of the buttons I have left. It limits what I can do. To go that one. Now we're going green, so that one maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Now we're going red again. I think that one will work. Now we're going to go green again. That's going to be too big, isn't it? Yeah, that's almost exactly the same size. Oh, I think I'm going to struggle. I'm just looking to see. Okay, I'm just going to have to go for a bright one. So got green, then a red. That's smaller. That's the same size. That's smaller, but that's very bright. It's more pink than red, isn't it? There on that one. That's orange. That's no good. That's bigger. That's bigger. What have I got? So I think that's going too small. I think I need to. Let's see what I. I think it's going to have to be that pink one. The one that I said was too bright. Otherwise, I'm going to have a very, very small tree. Yep. Then I can go that one. That's slightly smaller. Yeah. Then I can go something like this. And end with. Actually, let's go. Not that one. I don't like that one. Is that smaller? Is that smaller? Just slightly. Just slightly. Oh! And that one. Then I can go on that one. Is this pink? It is. I'm saying pink. It's meant to be red. Is that smaller? It's the same size. Dang it! Oh. See, I told you at some points it may end up being. Oh, that's smaller, isn't it? Yeah, that's smaller. So we'll go that one, that one, that one, and then we'll end. That's not tiny, is it? That's not as tiny as I would like it to have been. I mean, it is tiny, but it's not tiny enough. Let's see what else I've got in here. Oh, hang on. Is that smaller? No. Because they're exactly the same size. They're all the same size. See if we could do with an even smaller one. I don't think I'm going to have one. It's the same size again. Yeah, so I'm going to ending up. Let's put that one on top anyway. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, and I need to make my base as well. I forgot about that part. Because this is a smaller base at the bottom. We're going to go for a smaller pot. We don't need as big a pot. Them three will probably do it. Or maybe, oh! Or maybe even this one with the dome at the bottom. How would that look? Yeah, that would look cute. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. There we go. That'll look cute. Didn't realise how low down I was. So again, we start with the pot, and we start with smallest and work our way up. Folded it in half. Try and line up these two at the top, remember. So I'm having this dome at the bottom. Diagonals, because these are square, four holes. So on the diagonal, this is where you pull it all the way down, make it tight. Awesome. Next one. On the diagonal, because again it's four holes. Oh, that one pinged out on the diagonal. You've got all this flexibility on this wire, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And then we're going to have this bigger one here, I think. And then that will be my pot on this one. Because, like I said, these buttons are nowhere near as big starting off with. So I don't need as big a pot. Although I'm not sure if I quite like that one. Let's have a look. I'm going to see if I can put that one in between and make it a little bit longer. And you see I've gone for darker oranges on this one and sticking with, oh, where'd that go? There it is. Stick with the darker oranges. So more terracotta colour, like a terracotta pot. Put that one on, yeah, and then we'll go with that one at the top. Like so. Just making sure you are going in on the diagonal. There you go, that's a better pot, isn't it? We're happy with that. I've noticed that this is sticking out a bit at the bottom, so I do need to pull it through more. Let's see if I can get it to go through. I don't think it's going to go. No, it's not going to go. That's fine. It might be just because they were too close. Look. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it. It's fine. Once I twist it on, it'll be fine. So now we're going, we've done the pot. We've gone from small up to large. We're going to do the opposite way round with these buttons. We're going to go large. That's not among them. As an extra one, we're going to go from large to small. Do I like that one better? I think I like that. Oh no, they're the same size. That's why I didn't use that one in the first place. Okay, so we're going to go large to small. We're going to go diagonals through. Always go diagonal through if it's four holes. So you're going into the diagonals, not side by side. Otherwise you'll have a lopsided tree. We don't want lopsided trees. I mean, it's going to end up slightly lopsided anyway. Because, you know, there's a bit of wiggle movement. Bit of wiggle movement. Is that one? Well, this one. Oh. Oh. Not my camera. Then we're going to go for this red one. You're just sliding it all the way down, like so. I'm actually not quite liking this colour combination. I wasn't sure I would, but I'm happy with it so far. Oh, there's a twist gone on there. That's fine. Sort that out. getting brighter as it goes to the top, and then it's going to go dark again, and then get brighter again. I might change that up, actually. I might have it go, just carry on brighter. Change out some of these buttons that are darker. Look, see, I've accidentally gone through side by side there, so make sure you don't do that. And pull that back out and put it in the right hole. I think I'm going to change these out. I think that one's slightly smaller, so we go for that one. It's a bit brighter, isn't it, than that one? Yeah. And then we'll go... Is that smaller? Yeah, then we'll go that one. Then we'll go that one, and then we'll end with that one. There we go. You can you now hear the oh, I think I need to turn that up the other way. You can now hear the rabbit moving its bowl around. It's come out to explore. And it's like, where's my food? And I'm like, you've had your food. And you're not having any more, because you'll get fat. They're apparently on a diet, but they've been getting spoiled. Don't tell. I've been spoiling them. Not with bad things. I've just been giving them a lot more veggies. Okay, that's looking like they're exactly the same size now. They didn't look the same size before. So let's see if I turn it upside down to see if it makes it look smaller. Because sometimes it can just be because of the doming. Let's have a look. No, they are the same size. Hang on a minute then. Let's find one that's slightly smaller. About you, because you're going to be the same size as that one then, aren't you? You're way too big. You're more down there. You've got that tiny one there. And this is like I said, the only issue I have with this is, let's try that one. Are you smaller? No, you're the exact same button. Maybe it's just going to have to end with a pink one. Red one even. Maybe. Because I don't think I've got any smaller green ones. Let's have a look. That's definitely got to be turned up the other way. I don't know how much noise my camera picks up in the background. I think it's pretty good at filtering out noise. You probably aren't even hearing the noises I'm hearing. But they are quite distracting. Come on, go in. Behave yourself, thank you. Yeah, that's definitely gone slightly smaller. But have I got one that's any smaller than that in the green? I don't think I have. I think that is the smallest size I've got in the green. I think that's the same size. Let's have a look. Let's put it on. I'm going to do it. Do it that way up. And see what happens. If it's too close in size, then I'll... Sorry about that. I ran out of storage on my camera. But I am happy with that. Even though it is the same size, I'm happy with that. And I'm going to put the red heart on top. Like so. Just to show you how it goes. And that looked quite cute. There's a little heart on top of that one. I'm actually going to undo that, twist it first, just to get the buttons tight before I put the heart on. So, like I said, twist the actual tree. It is quite a bit smaller than the other ones, but I think it still looks really cute. And these can be hung on a Christmas tree. They can be attached to a necklace, you know. You could do whatever you want. Put them on a keyring. Whatever you want to do with them. Just keep twisting. Keep twisting. Because I need enough for a loop after the heart as well. That should be enough. Pop your heart on. And this one going in from the bottom of the heart. Push that all the way down. Make my loop. Like so. Don't need anywhere near as much of that as there. So we'll cut some of that off. Like so. And then we'll carry on winding that around. Probably should have cut that a bit shorter than that. Right, I'm going to try and get it as far in with my fingers as possible. It's actually harder with these beads on the top to do this than it was with doing the ribbon. There you go. That's a little bit sticking up there. Let's try and get that. Oh! There you go. Is it perfect? No. But homemade doesn't have to be perfect. And why is that unwinding? Let's twist that around a bit more. There we go. There you go. And then that's done. And then we just need to put the ribbon in the top, like we did on the other one. Create a loop. Go through. Go through. You can actually, what I might do, I'll show you, if I do the knot here, you can actually make it so that that hides behind and you're not got that at the top. Oh, she says she can't even do it. I can't even do a knot today. My fingers are not wanting to cooperate, are they? Put it tight. And what you can do is you can then pull this through and have the knot down there. And you can make it so instead of going through, there you go. And then I can trim that off if I wanted to. But honestly, I'm just going to leave it like that. There you go. Cute little Christmas tree with a heart bead on top. If you've got them little angel beads that you can get, that would look quite cute on top as well. So there we go. We have two that I've made today. Completely different sizes. They've ended up being about the same height. And we've got these ones that I'd previously made. Let's move these out of the way. That one without the trunk. And then remember the two little tiny ones that I've made that I'm going to turn into earrings. And that is how you make a button Christmas tree that can be hung from your Christmas tree as an ornament. Bye-bye for now. Oh, subscribe, please.